Korriban shall be as it always was, a graveyard for the darkest of the Sith Lords, still whispering within their tombs. It shall always be a source of evil, spawning threats throughout the millennia. This quote from Darth Traya embodies the essence of Korriban, but there is more to the birthplace of the Sith than you know, and this video tells it all. Welcome to Star Wars Deconstructed, students of the Force and acolytes of the galaxy. Whether you're a Jedi, Sith, or somewhere in between, join us today as we give you the untold story of Korriban, the birthplace of the Sith. Korriban, also referred to as Pesagam in the era of Zim the Despot, and Moraban during the Clone Wars, held the distinction of being the solitary planet in the Horset system. Positioned in a far-flung corner of the galaxy, opposite Chorus Major, it served as the ancestral home of the Sith species, and it stood as a hallowed world for the Sith Order. Within its borders resided the tombs of numerous ancient and formidable Dark Lords of the Sith, emanating an overwhelming aura of dark side energy. Following the conclusion of the 100-Year Darkness, the surviving Dark Jedi intermingled with the Sith species, combining their respective Force abilities to dominate the Sith. Subsequently, after the catastrophic Great Hyperspace War, Korriban was forsaken and transformed into a desolate wasteland. Despite its barren appearance, it remained host to a Sith Academy and eventually emerged as the central stronghold of the One Sith. In the vast Star Wars Legends lore, the captivating history of Korriban reaches back an impressive 30,000 years, preceding the Battle of Yavin. Originally, it served as the ancestral homeworld for the Sith species. However, the planet was ravaged by war. Around 27700 BBY, the Rakata invaded Korriban with the aim of assimilating it into their infinite empire. They intended to enslave the planet's inhabitants for their own projects. During this time, only one artifact managed to survive, the ancient star map, which later became the focal point for the tomb of Nagasato. The Rakata had eventually been driven away from Korriban when the Sith King Adis rallied his people against them. Despite their victory, the Sith society crumbled following Adis' demise. In the subsequent centuries of turmoil, the Sith migrated to other worlds like Arbra, Ziost, and Tund, utilizing captured Rakatan vessels. As a result, Korriban was left as a desolate world inhabited solely by a small fraction of zealous devotees who had steadfast to their religious beliefs. The turning point came around 6900 BBY, with the conclusion of the 100-Year Darkness, a bitter and protracted conflict between the Jedi Order and a group of renegade Dark Jedi. Following their defeat, the Dark Jedi were cast out and found solace on Korriban, where their profound connection to the dark side of the Force elevated them to godlike status. In a momentous turn of events, they began intermingling with the Sith species, giving rise to the eventual formation of the mighty Sith Empire. Over time, interbreeding between the fallen Jedi and the Sith people occurred, resulting in the term Sith, encompassing both the original inhabitants of Korriban and their fallen Jedi leaders. Under the influence of Sith magic, Korriban transformed into a more inhospitable and treacherous world. The Sith Lords constructed grand palaces and elaborate tombs to honor their fallen Dark Lords. Around 5000 BBY, the planet became a significant location along the newly established Darrigan Trail hyperspace lane, discovered by Gav and Jory Darrigan. This coincided with the ascension of Nagasato. This eventually led to the outbreak of the Great Hyperspace War. The Sith Empire, led by Nagasato, launched an ambitious campaign against the Republic. They utilized Sith magic, dark side rituals, and massive war fleets. However, their invasion was eventually defeated by the combined efforts of Jedi and Republic forces, resulting in the collapse of the Sith Empire and the retreat of the remaining Sith to the shadows. After the Great Hyperspace War, Korriban was abandoned and largely forgotten. The Sith relocated to other hidden strongholds, such as Ziost and Dromund Kaas. With the eventual collapse of the Sith Empire, Korriban gradually faded from prominence in the galaxy, disappearing from galactic charts for a millennium. Prior to 3993 BBY, Korriban was resettled by Dark Jedi who survived the Exarchan War. This led to the establishment of a new settlement called Dreshte and a Sith training academy on the planet. In 3993 BBY, during the Great Hunt, Duran Khaldroma and Shayla Nur perished on Korriban while attempting to eliminate the Paranets infesting the planet. Subsequently, the Zerka Corporation set up its sector headquarters in Korriban. In the aftermath of the Jedi Civil War, 3959 BBY, led by Darth Revan and Darth Malak, remnants of the Sith Order re-established a presence on Korriban. Revan and Malak's fall to the dark side led them to rediscover Korriban and utilize its dark power for their own purposes. They eventually formed the Sith Triumvirate with Darth Traya, who sought to manipulate and control the Force. Darth Revan and Darth Malak visited Korriban in their quest to locate the Starforge. After losing his memory, Revan returned to the planet in 3956 BBY and infiltrated the Sith Academy, aiming to rediscover the Starforge for the Republic's benefit. Revan passed the tests in Nagasato's tomb and confronted Uthar, resulting in the death of Master Uthar Wynn and Darth Malak at the hands of Revan. This led to a civil war within the Sith Order from 3956 to 3950 BBY, which greatly weakened their ranks. Following the signing of the Treaty of Coruscant, Korriban emerged as a significant hub of knowledge and education within the Sith Empire. The Empire, having expanded upon the existing tombs in the former settlements of Dreshte, also made discoveries of previously undiscovered tombs and caverns. During this time, all aspiring Sith acolytes underwent rigorous training on Korriban, aspiring to become apprentices to powerful Sith Lords or Darths. The trials they faced became increasingly brutal, often resulting in only one acolyte surviving out of numerous contenders. The death toll was alarmingly high. Although murder and betrayal had been deemed illegal for acolytes, with death as the punishment, such acts continued in secret. Acolytes would strategically set traps and ambushes within the tombs and caverns to eliminate rivals and potential threats, often manipulating the beasts and deranged inhabitants of those locations to shift blame. As the Sith Empire faced a shortage of replacements due to losses on the battlefield, they resorted to desperate measures. Force-sensitive slaves, captured Jedi, and even aliens were given the opportunity to become acolytes and potentially join the Sith ranks as apprentices. Furthermore, the corrupting influence of Korriban's dark energies affected some Imperial soldiers stationed there, driving them to madness. These corrupted soldiers turned against their comrades, and anyone not similarly affected by the planet's malevolent forces. This led to a fresh conflict between the Republic and the Sith Empire in the year 3637 BBY, leading to a pivotal event on Korriban. The Republic forces launched an invasion on the planet, seizing control of the Sith Academy, albeit for a brief period. The assault had been meticulously orchestrated by Colonel Rian Derek and SIS agent Theron Shan. However, unknown to his comrades, Derek held a hidden allegiance to the Order of Revan, and the true purpose of the attack was to acquire Rakatan technology concealed within the Academy's depths. Several years after the Battle of Yavin, Emperor Palpatine, now the undisputed ruler of the Galactic Empire and the reigning Dark Lord of the Sith, made a pilgrimage to the tombs of the ancient Sith Lords of Korriban. Palpatine demanded forbidden knowledge from the mummified Sith Lords. However, his audacious requests incited their wrath, leaving him wounded and humbled. Only through the intervention of Jeng Draga was the Emperor saved, requiring him to recuperate within a Bacta tank in an Imperial center. The story of Korriban, the birthplace of the Sith, is one filled with a tapestry of events and encounters that shaped the fate of many individuals and influenced the galaxy's destiny. So there you have it, the untold story of Korriban. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and watch the next one.